this entire image from a distance feels like it has like a saltiness to it. Like it's got a gym sock vibe. You know what I mean? You know, like you ever been to you're getting ready to go into a friend's house, like when you're in high school or college, and you're like, I know it's gonna fucking smell weird in there. You know, not 100% Asmongold house energy, but like we're not in the drain, but we're circling the drain type energy. And this vibe kind of continues throughout this video, and things get a little bit worse. For the last like 2 years, one streamer in particular, even though he's not particularly large, a guy named Xanderhal, who's in his mid to early mid 20s, has been the hyper focus of drama, of slander, and basically has survived a series of insane controversies. I think quite literally none of which he deserved, and most of which were made the fuck up, and juiced up out of the fucking, like, beyond the pale. Just absolutely like layer upon layer upon layer upon layer with insulting language, with cruel, probing insinuations about his personal life, and all sorts of shit. That dude weathering all of those was actually one of the most interesting things to watch from a distance as a third-party person. And I gotta say, before I started this, aside from Shark 30 and to a lesser extent Vosh, Xanderhal is one of the people who does political streaming that I would watch the most. And then just a few months ago, his content just stopped being good. In a general sense. That's not to say it was bad. It was just, you know, there's so much content out there. I have a limited time, and I just stopped focusing on his stuff. And that sudden loss of like, why the fuck am I not into this anymore? Is something that stuck with me, because that's obviously, as a creator and as an entertainer, I like to keep track of, you know, like, why would I suddenly just not care about this person anymore that I've been watching for a bit?17 I just get overloaded with content and I've seen it too much. That was the case when I watched Drag Race with my wife. We watched fucking 17, I think, actual seasons. We watched all the 13 original seasons and then all of the All-Stars. So like that were out up to 13. So it's like, yeah, like fucking 16, 17, 18 some odd fucking seasons. Yes, we watched the Lost first season. We hunted it down and watched it. I digress. With that, I just watched too much of it. Sometimes, you know, with other people like Hassan irritated me too much and was wrong with such striking consistency. I just kind of couldn't watch him anymore. And then like all of the rest of his content that was doing great was like, hey, do you want to watch Hassan watch an hour-and-a-half video while he's eating? And I'm like, I don't have that parasocial connection to him. I would actually rather just eat my lunch and then watch the original video. And because it's true crime, which I used to, it basically was a job for me, I don't want to do it at all. So in the last few months, Xanderhal has not fallen off. He has not betrayed the left. He has not done something that I feel he needs to be fucking badgered and beaten and broken about, and his name needs to be dragged through the mud. But I do think he has started what I can only describe as drain circling behavior. He started doing a lot of palling around with people who, you know, like, hey there, son. I don't know if you know, those are some no good nicks back there. A real old guy myself. But really just palling around with some people whose content I find runs the gamut between unwatchable and deplorable, but also unwatchable. That is drama streamers. Drama streamers are fine. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's not like a gigantic moral thing. Oh, another somebody else doesn't like the drama streams. It's nothing like that. I don't care about internet people being bullied by somehow uglier internet people. Like, if you watch a fucking like a cycle of a Boogie 288 2988 like thing, the people that talk about Boogie are somehow less aesthetically appealing to look at than Boogie, and somehow have also worse voices to listen to. So the entire AV experience is like just misery compounding itself all the way down as people give takes upon takes upon takes. It is very much, shout out everybody who recommended me to watch Outer Wilds, very much a content cycle series akin to traveling into the dark bramble. Things just get worse and dangerous and darker and creepier as you get in, and eventually you get to a point where it's like, well, I guess I made it all the way down and it was just shit instead of sick-ass fucking anglerfish, all right? In this last week, Xanderhal's gotten into a conflict with Keffels that was 100% his fault, and it was just kind of an embarrassing thing. I have seen it being talked to. I actually heard fucking incidentally, because I was turning through his stream to go to a different stream, Vosh talk about it today and basically be like, I'm not discussing the Xanderhal Vosh thing. I think it should have just not happened. Other people I've heard talking about it say it should have just not happened. It should have been handled in DMs, and I fucking agree. Because we're doing everything out in public. We're going to do giant, grandiose, I'm standing on business for fucking 12-year-olds, whipping your fucking collective 2 inchers out to try to win a fucking 4-incher contest. Touching tips bullshit is all drama mama. Not drama mama, I'm sorry, that's actually a thing. Just drama baby bullshit. And it's really fucking irritating. Now, if you want to just do that kind of content, that's fine. But I think after you get into it, it's kind of time to just gently shove you off on an ice floe and watch you just fade off into the sunset. Because, what the fuck good are you anymore? The thing that really got me here was not necessarily the Keffels thing, which I thought was a bit excessive and way too debate lordy. This is a thing too I said during this, and you'll see it come up here a little bit more. It's just, if you're trying to patch up personal problems with somebody else and you talk to them like a debate lord, you don't care to fix anything. You don't. You know who agrees with me on that in a weird way that I just watched him on a fucking live stream is Destiny. I don't know if he necessarily agrees, but like hearing Destiny talk about how he handles his relationships with other people and just like full on, like, I'm really trying to focus on my trains right now, like neurodivergent activity. That's going to drive people away. So, when you try to debate Lord Motherfucker, well, I don't know about this, but she said this, blah, 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 blah. If you find yourself approaching an interpersonal conversation with that level of intensity, that relationship is not going to fucking withstand it. Unless it's like a professional relationship, like we argue like that intentionally for money. Otherwise, it's not going to fucking make it. So today, he came out with this video that I'm going to bring up here. And I think this is just kind of like, it's not like, hey, 100%, which is what I don't want it to be. I want fucking Xanderhal to like turn the lights on in his room and shake himself out and go for a fucking jog and just stop doing all of this weak shit, because he's actually got plenty to say and he's one of the more entertaining people to listen to. But he came out with this video today and I watched like a little bit of it and I was so fucking irritated by his disposition and his fucking conduct in it that I felt like it just needed to be discussed. Now, like I said, at all times, I got 190 people in here. If you are in my fucking streams, okay, at all, if you're a part of VOD Gang, if you're one of my, do not ever fight my fights for me. Ever, period. I don't want that. If somebody's out there complaining about me, talking shit about me, anything like that, even if it's their fans, any of that stuff, tell them to come talk to me. Tell them to join the Discord. Try to fucking at me somehow, and they can have that conversation with me. You don't need to go out there and fucking fight them or talk shit to them or accelerate anything on my behalf. So even if there's some new people here, I see we're up to 190 something. If you're new here, don't use this fucking video as some sort of mental carte blanche to go out and fucking bother anybody that I fucking talk about. If I talk shit about someone, that's me doing it. I hold on to it myself. I will fucking deal with the repercussions or awards with it, whatever the fuck, on my own. Don't go out and try to fucking start shit for me. So this is a video about President Sunday, who some people know, not many. President's Sunday is a 15K Andy. Xanderhal is at like 90, so he's a fourth the size of Xanderhal. I think he's maybe been around longer in these spheres. Technically, we brought Professor Sunday up on the first leftist audio stream. His audio is the most leftist out of, I think, anybody. I don't like President Sunday personally. I don't find his content to be particularly good. I'm not interested in his takes on stuff, but that's also still just, unguts. Bygones be bygones. Like, I don't care to either bother him either. I think I would not make a video how to deal with clout chaser President Scum Day. Now, this does not sound like a fucking Xanderhal video title from shit that I'm used to. He does some fucking cloudy YouTube. Everybody can, but this is just such a fucking I'm taking it personal type vibe to just do the shitty little kid. He's on Sunday. He's Scum Day. And like I said in the last video that I did on Xanderhal on Monday, I get the vibe. That the dude is getting amped up by people in his community that don't have. Maybe not his best. I'm not even gonna say anything stupid like that, but they don't give a shit what he fucking does. But they're amping him up in a direction that I don't think he necessarily wants to go to. The dude was notorious for not taking L's. He took a gigantic one, his first big one, not massive, not like career killer, with this whole Keffels thing. It was just 100% Keffels was just in the right. It's just inarguable. Doesn't matter. But they'll get into it on this. I'm gonna let them talk for a little bit, but just see if you get the vibe of how this is not a good direction to be going in. I've never really watched Xan that much, but this drama has really turned me off on him completely. This is possibly
the funniest.
I would say don't anybody take 100%. I'm never gonna watch a Xan video again. All right, you can say 100%. I'm not gonna watch a Xan video for the next 5 or 6 months. I respect that, but don't count him out in your heart. Especially because he's a young guy, as you could see, basically a fucking child. Shout out if he comes through here and gets mad about it. But he's 24, I think, years old, and he has been the only person who's gone through worse shit, inarguably, is Hunter Avallone, and it's because his girlfriend was fucking shot in front of him. That's a very, very high bar to beat out.
Recently, Shoe on Head. Who is a good, not Shoe on Head, I've mixed up names here. President Sunday, who has had quite a bone to pick with me before I even knew who he was, as it turns out. President Sunday has falsely accused me of falsely accusing Shoe on Head of pedo-jacketing me. And obviously, it's literally on her Wikitubia page. It's really come down.
So, I'm going to be interrupting a lot of this. And I will say, This is what I'm going to be doing for the entirety of this is almost 100% sophistry. I literally do not give a fuck about his arguments because they are arguments to something that I also further don't give a fuck about, and I think unironically he should also not care about. But I just want to present this because okay, so I was thinking about this for the last 2 days of this weird setup that he's got. It looks darker on my other screen than it probably does for you guys, but when we were watching the other day, this bright ass hallway light was just shining, and this was all a considerably bit darker. And all I could think of, to the point where I had a fucking nightmare about it, was just a guy, a shape of a person with a little hat. Like a fedora type hat appearing in there. You know what I mean? Just very tall, just wandering right into the edge of the light there and just standing. And then when somebody maybe in chat says something Xanderhal turns to look and then it's gone. I was just thinking about that. The energy of this entire setup is deeply unsettling. I don't know why he's in the dark. It does not give off a very good vibe. He's in the dark. My man is unshaven. T-shirt's looking baggy. I don't know if you've eaten. There's just a general sallowness to this. This entire image from a distance feels like it has a saltiness to it. It's got a gym sock vibe. You know what I mean? You ever been to you were getting ready to go into a friend's house when you're in high school or college and you're I know it's gonna fucking smell weird in there. Not 100% Asmongold house energy, but we're not in the drain, but we're circling the drain type energy. And this vibe kind of continues throughout this video, and things get a little bit worse. This seems very self-defeating. If President Sunday is a cloud chaser, then maybe don't engage with him in his cloud chasing. I mean, first off, but also we'll get into it a little bit. I'll let him explain himself.
Quote tweeting me and saying, Xanderhal and a list of other lefty figures all unfollowed me over pedo shit. Cool and normal, not going to stop me from talking about it though. Basically comes down to whether or not you interpret that as being some kind of pedo jacketing. I think it is. I think at the time, most people saw it as such. And now it seems...
So I feel like I want to answer that one specifically, like, just so if he ends up watching this, he doesn't feel... I agree to a thing. I don't even like the pedo jacketing term. I was thinking that when I was kind of glancing through this. I watched this while I was eating my breakfast, and it was immediately like, I have to talk about this video tonight. I hate the term pedo jacketing because it's one of those things where it had a singular purpose, and it's going to spread. I just know how fucking linguistics work, and it's going to spread to be this like extraordinarily broad thing, which I get the vibe even here where, you know, it started off as like, you're just literally going to insinuate that I'm a pedophile if I have any fucking, any like, you know, support basically of like trans people or like certain things. You're just going to say, well, you're only thinking that because of you're a pedophile. That's what the point of pedojacking was. But I think it is going to be a thing that spreads pointlessly to describe nothing. Eventually, it might not seem like that, but if you've been on the internet as long as I have, it just the signs are there for it becoming a useless term. Yeah, the general vibe though of this is not great. Stream in the light. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're just gonna do like other stuff, but like this is like a series of like 1,000 little cuts that are kind of going around. Like, would you want? I know you're kind of you're like big-ish. You make money off this stuff. But do you still want new people being introduced to your content in this sort of vibe, you know? Like, who do you think is going to stick around? It's kind of like what I would want people to get. And then as we get deeper into
President
this,
Sunday is just trying to dig for clout.
Hey, you forgot Dylan Burns' editor. Well, Dylan Burns' editor is technically just an editor.
He's like very desperate to try
Not
to dredge up the old drama
but
that
not
has
a
had most of
streamer.
the context buried with time to force me into a position where I have to like retread it, despite the fact that when it all happened, I was already shown to be in the right because everybody knew all the context, everything. And they're basically banking on most people not knowing what happened now because it's been about a year, which I think is very scumfuck behavior. So my friend Ethan saw,
For the $5,
and he decided to start making fun of President Sunday by responding to him and debunking some of his dumb
Chariot
arguments
her, the
in the
best now.
replies.
Thank you, Telecritic.
In response, President Sunday asked him to debate, and or I guess maybe Ethan asked to debate. I don't know which happened which. I was playing League of Fortnite, and I was in a call with Ethan. Anyway, Ethan is now going to end up debating President Sunday. Now, I don't want to really spoil for you how Ethan debates, because I think you all need to see it yourselves to understand what it's going to be
so
like.
This is like with the all due respect thing. This is the other thing I definitely want to hype. So he's brought up this Ethan guy before, and the guy is just not. He's just not it, and he'll be up here on the screen here in a second too. I remember seeing like a stream like fucking Xanderhal. Hey, be a good friend, and he amped him up and stuff like this guy's fucking great. This guy's fucking hilarious. It was very Joe Rogan-y. Type vibe, because it's like, all right, you fucking hyped him up, and then every time this Ethan guy arrives, I'm like, this is a turnoff. This is a turnoff moment. This kid doesn't got it. I'm sorry, but Ethan is his friend, and I think this goes into another thing where it's like, understand the difference between your professional, your coworkers, basically your online coworkers or your industry peers. And your friends, and get a nice big fucking pacha like distance in between that. I have like a friend, like I would try, I can't even because he's contractually obligated to not appear on other stuff. But I have a friend that I would like to bring on that I think you guys would be interested in, but it would be like to interview him. But like, I prefer to keep like, all of my personal life separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's a very important thing, because that kind of shows like some of the issues I think that are maybe fucking with him right now is the easy blurring of lines between friends and like internet coworker type people. and just overly emotionally investing in these other individuals. You know, it's like, okay, they helped you, but, you know, like, was it really true? Like, the help might have meant a lot to you, but, like, maybe it didn't mean anything to them. Because the person that's getting pulled up off of the ground after they trip, they always appreciate the person that's pulling them up off the ground way more than the person that's pulling them up off the ground feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're walking across the street and you trip and I pick you up at a crosswalk, right? You got a scraped up knee and I help you up, I help you across. I'm not now in love with you. Although you might be fucking like completely infatuated with me on the flip side, you know? And I think people get a little too into that kind of vibe of like, hey, I gave you a compliment because I was like, you know, I was having a bad day. I kind of liked your content. Like, hey, this is great stuff. The you know, the love you give has a big boost. And I think people kind of let themselves get distracted by the fact that, you know, it doesn't mean as much to that person that said the nice thing to you. It might not be a very deep thing, although it meant a lot to you that they said that compliment.
But he's currently getting prepped to join President Sunday's stream now, and he's live himself. There'll be a link down below to go to his channel.
Okay,
the situation is being handled
This is the
in private.
Ethan kid up here.
I've been asked by those involved not to, like, make a big deal out of it because it's being handled. Had I been asked to do otherwise, I would. So it's strange that these
That
people
clip's
think
gonna
they
come
know
back
so
in
much
2
about
years and
my,
be
like,
funny. It's
personal
fine.
life and, like, my friendships.
I mean, everybody else on the online left can easily beat the fucking CIA allegations, but like, it's gonna. I mean, come on. Come on, your boy. Hey, you know, I'm just saying. I'm just fucking. Hold on, let me get Lefty in there. I'm just saying it's gonna be kind of hard for your boy to beat the State Department allegations. Yeah. Feel like Vosh works for the CIA. Even the CIA is like, why did you say that? Steve Buscemi, hello, fellow leftists over here. Shut up. Dude, I might make that as a shirt. That would be fucking hilarious. It's the hello, fellow leftists, but it's just like, instead of the bad AC/DC, it just says CIA, like CCIAA, the lightning bolt. Hello, fellow leftists. Oh man. Okay.
They can say, "Well, you're a hypocrite here because of this?" And it's like, you don't know my personal friendships. Stop pretending you do.
About like this one guy didn't know how much money I make. The left is naive about finance. Shut up.
The left is naive about finances, though. All right. Like, why is he so mad? He's getting pissy at like every word the guy says. He doesn't realize this makes him look fucking deranged, right?
Have a place to live if their credit is desperate. He's very.
I've joined his Discord. I'm gonna see if I can get in the call with him.
Yep, it hurts your being able to get a job if you don't have a high enough credit.
So this is the Ethan kid. He's just got powerful. He's got powerful squirrel vibes. He's just like, he's squirrel built.
I've said, like, dude, you're also making videos. You're sitting here streaming. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, he's such a toxic fuck. Holy shit. President Sunday's actually a piece of shit.
Give me a second. I have to find it. My hair's fucked. Sorry, chat.
No, he's better than you, actually. He's slighting gay
All right.
now.
All right.
Oh, my fucking hair.
Misrepresenting Carl.
So, like, if you've ever seen, by the way, if you've ever seen a single drama stream, I might turn one on. I'll just click any of them. This is the whole vibe. This is how all of them feel. When I was starting off, I was like, I'm going to cover some of these guys because they're unfathomably fucking stupid. And I got into like some Bo Blacks and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I can't even. This is like going to the like bad bathroom in school that nobody else goes to, and then like kicking one of the kids that's smoking next to the urinals. Like, his life is already bad enough. So like, there's no reason for me to go in there and fucking start shit. But this is what those are like. You know, it's like, he's a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. And just this kind of like self-fulfilling stuff. There's a vibe. I don't know if everyone can't get it. I might be all in my head, but there is just such a vibe of like little, like pissy little, like, oh, you got him. Oh, you got him. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to make you feel better. I think you could just let it go because most of it's just interpersonal shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're arguing about like yourself, you know? Without you being there, which I like I said, I didn't even really think about that when I articulated. I don't want anyone going out and fighting my fights for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't stop people from doing it. If I get like fucking huge and someone goes and has fucking arguments over me the way people have arguments over, you know, all of the other people, I can't stop you from doing it. I can just say that like I never asked or wanted to have you do that, so I don't know. You're not doing a favor to me. You're just doing it for yourself. This is the opposite of that. This is like literally, I just want to see somebody go fucking scrap, which you kind of have to do because this guy's a nobody, and fucking President Sunday is like a fucking literally quarter the size of Xanderhal.
Xanderhal having a full pouch of victim credits is literally his only game.
Victim credits. What is he talking about?
Dog.
I don't even know what this is. Catching up on the war with Xanderhal / Colin. So this is Xanderhal. Or this is a President Sunday stream with them. I'm just going to skip to this guy talking to this. Okay, and then they start doing, like, we're doing credits, right?
All right, here,
this
let's
is
see
President
if he hides
Sunday's
the,
fascist friend.
the stream when I bring this up. Actually, I'll just bring it up anyway so I can jump scare with it. I retweeted one of these
I can't remember
earlier.
who this person is either.
On YouTube to Steve.
I don't even know these people. Eudaimonia. Talking about you would actually...
Seriously, because they're not wearing, and she goes on to say, like, swastika.
But, like, can you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the most... I don't give a... What is the smoking gun that's happening here? Why should anyone give a fuck about any of this? Is this, like, My thing is, like, I know you can get your feelings hurt, right? It happens. But you can literally just more healthily tell somebody to go fuck themselves. And if they're not gonna, like, if it's an active thing, you know, like somebody like DJ Mule is actively making a gigantic video, go in, refute it yourself, be like, this is all made up shit, and then you're done with it. You know what I mean? But, like, this doesn't even have anything, like, you're not at any of these texts. What the fuck are we talking about at this point? How many fucking different layers of context is going to be in this conversation that's pointless? Are you just poisoning the well against President Scum Day? You know, it's just, this has just got such a depth of slime to it. We're like, we don't like it when the other side does this weird, shitty, bad argumentation, right? Where they're like, oh, look, this person talked to this guy who is like this, he's fucking 16 layers of separation from this dude who was arrested for pedophilia in 1972. Like, why the fuck? What value does this have relative to the conversation of how to deal with clout chaser President Sunday? Like, why is this 2 hours and 14 minutes and, like, this is up here? You know what I'm saying? And, like, why aren't you getting to it faster? Also, leftist audio, very quiet.
I'm just saying, like, the evidence that is provided doesn't
Ethan's debating him now. Pog, let's watch. Hell yeah.
tend to treat skepticism or a
trolled
general
him.
unwillingness to
Let's go.
accept a piece of evidence as
Eudaimonia isn't a fascist. He's a weirdo Catholic convert, but you can talk to him like a normal person. That's why Sunday has him around as a sort of intellectual pet chud. I already have those in real life. I don't need any more.
What it's claimed to indicate.
I live in Kentucky, right? I live in Louisville. If I want a pet chud, I will free range source them. I don't need to get one through the internet. Okay, I will support my local chuds.
Okay, has itself a claim.
I'll just head off down.
Right?
I'll just head down to the
technically,
fucking barbecue joint and pick one
terms
up.
that would constitute a staking out a claim of some kind, but it's not really so much the case that that I'm going like, hey, no, positively this is absolutely not possible. I'm just saying, like, the evidence that is provided doesn't seem to establish what it's being, what is
I've actually got to pay attention.
is being claimed to establishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. I'm willing to contest that. All right. So I think reading off the tweet in question is basically where we should start. Like, there's no point not doing that.
it? Can you show it on screen?
Oh, you want me to show it on screen? I have it all pulled up. So Shoe's tweet.
Is he?
Am I what?
One moment. Is he back to watching my stream?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't have any type of like.
What is that? I thought Xanderhal. I thought you had a thing going on. What's happening, buddy?
He's probably saying that because he wanted you to hop on the call with me. In all likelihood, he wanted that.
Are you on his? Is that you on his call right now?
On what call?
On Xanderhal?
Oh, that's Pillow. Probably.
Okay, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
This is okay. So, like, were you ever in high school? Were you ever in high school and you were trying to, like, trip up a friend? Like, I think this guy's fake as fuck. And then, like, 3 people get on a phone call listening, right, with the other person who's like, hey, I heard that you were doing this thing, but, like, were you actually there? And, like, the other guy's like, are you on a call with somebody else? Like, do you guys remember that? Do you remember that vibe? That is how childish and shitty and stupid this sounds to me. I might be a boomer. This might be a boomer talking down to Zoomers type shit, but unironically, like, I have no raggarts about it because that's just the vibe. I don't know, but I just heard that you were with Stacy on Sunday, and I heard that you wouldn't even want to be near her because her feet smell like tuna fish. Have you ever said that? No, I mean, I might have said it, and then like, I knew you said that about me. I knew you said that about you. Like that's the intellectual depth of this trash. I can't imagine. I know it's like, I have so many friends that are in like, they're serious people. I want to bring some seriousness to this whole thing while also still being like a shit talking like douchebag, which I feel is okay too. But this is so fucking pedestrian. In grade school, like I was eating my breakfast and just being like, why in the fuck? Like, how is this dude falling this far? The only thing I want you guys to take away, drain circling behavior, not a complete failure, but unironically, and this is the one thing you can spread message-wise from it, no value, worthless content, worthless, self-involved, fucking navel-gazing, literally in the dark in my basement, three-waying calls while I spy on somebody else. Like I don't know, they might be young enough that they don't know about having a fucking like a corded phone that has like double call-in, but like, god damn, dude, that it's no good.
Okay, weird.
I'm gonna listen to as much of the debate without pausing as I can.
On. That's weird.
I don't think so. They're probably just watching this. It's content farming, all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature of all online debates.
Hey, Zan, here you go.
Just debate him, dude. What is the problem?
Thank you for that. All right, sorry.
All right.
As you were.
Silly clip. All right, so the tweet. Hold on, let me see if I can open it. I'm trying to open it on stream right now. It's the 14th cited thing on her Wikitubia. That's what I have linked.
Mm-hmm.
See if Twitter.
That was the moment I was like, I have to talk about this because it like almost broke me. Like, I had to cite, this is like one of the top things cited on their fucking YouTube, whatever, Dramatubia. Fuck, man. Hold on, I've got to get, Kiwi Farms has files on this that I think you'd like to see.
I'll actually load. I had it linked earlier, but Twitter wouldn't load when I opened it. You can check my stream. I'm literally opening the tweet that's linked on Wikitubia right now. It won't load.
Got a stream?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now. He told me to document it.
Who did?
Xander.
I mean, yeah, always record your streams. Just, what's your channel?
Oh, my channel is at I'm Archaic or just Archaic.
Tyler, I'm so happy to see your channel growing. Thank you so much.
I have the clips on my channel. Hang on my Discord. 1 sec.
Okay, my bad.
Just show the
Also, clip. We're talking about the part in which
I'm only half paying attention since I'm technically working, and I thought somebody was doing a Mitch McConnell impression. Dude, President Sunday's voice is almost completely unlistenable. It's like I really, he's definitely, dude, like President Sunday, don't ever pick a fight with me because I'm gonna steamroll you. It'll be by every metric just an annihilation. But like the whole like, well, what you gotta understand is I need to talk to you about this. You can't fuck with a guy like that though. Like he could have fucking 2 million subs and I would still feel like I was punching down because it's just like, if somebody has a voice where I could reasonably like imagine them saying like, don't hit me, and I would feel bad, like I can't fuck with that guy. Let President Sunday walk around. It's like trying to fucking pull a blobfish out of the water just so you can throw it in salt, watch it squirm around. Like that's sadistic shit. You know what I mean?
Pedo Jack. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Screenshot.
I know the exact quote. It's that the link to the tweet specifically won't work. I don't know why. YouTube or Twitter shit.
No,
I have to pause again. So this is another thing. Why don't ever take online debates seriously. This came up here, and it also came up mentally and another thing. So debate, nobody has ever, I've never seen an actual debate online that was a real like debate. It's just arguments that people have. It's all blood sports. The best debate you've ever seen on any is just blood sports where nobody cussed out anything. You know, they're just arguments, right? in a real debate, the reason that this is an issue is in a real debate, you have to give the other side your evidence ahead of time so that they can also have it, so they know what the fuck you're referencing. Haven't you ever been kind of like thrown in the audience chat about like, how the fuck does anybody know that this fucking thing, you can just cite shit. Like, how do I know that this fucking study said that or that? You know what I mean? So you don't even end up arguing with facts half the time in these online debates. You end up arguing the possibility of their existence. And I feel like you should just attack it too. Because like I took one debate course in college, but it was with a lady who did debate professionally. Like she did practice like debates. Where you can get like, you know, what people think they're modeling off of, like a professional political debate, and they're dropping stuff. Those people, both sides of those, also always have all of the facts because they have whole teams of like 10, 15, 20 people at the highest levels doing full research, researching their street, like their all their stuff. So they have everything brought up, and you can answer all those points. On a professional debate stage, you just like for smaller people, you know, you just share that shit ahead of time. Like, unironically, if I wanted to do it, I think it would be funny. Hey, give me all of your evidence ahead of time. I just want everything that you're going to cite. I want you to send it to me. I'm going to send you everything that I'm going to cite. And then that way I can look it up. You know? Because, like, what in the fuck? Like, it's so strange that people don't bring that up, how fucking weird it is anymore. Like, you'll have two dipshits arguing. It'll be fucking Destiny and some fucking sweaty guy from fucking, you know, like Yugoslavia. I don't think you understand this, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, well, according to this study from 1972, I mean, are you not referencing that where like the stats were like blah, 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 and said this and this? And I'm like, how the fuck would anybody know that? Like, you're like, there's no way to double check what you just said. You know what I'm saying? So like, if this stuff is more important than like facts about video games, level of intelligence type shit, you should just have access to all of that stuff at the time, you know, so you can prep your shit. Like, okay, I see the evidence that he's talking about if you want to get deeper into it, but nobody ever does. So the whole point of like even trying to be like good faith, whatever, is just trying to layer on a thick and deceptive fucking chunk of authenticity to debates that are inherently trash. It's all supposition and like half remembered facts, which is like fine, you know, but like it all has to be understood. Like, hey, they really dunked on him. It's like, I don't know. I think they just said stuff confidently and you fell for it, left or right, which I think leads to a lot of negative outcomes when it comes to people just saying shit, you know. Because if you don't get into the habit of being like, where did you source that from? How can I double check that? Then you end up with people like fucking FD Signifier who are like, I'm pretty sure I know for a fact Vosh fucked a horse in 1992. And you're like, I think he was born in 1996. If my math is correct, like, where did you like, you just don't even double check stuff. And you just say shit as confidently as you can. I fucking want to do a debate like that. I swear to God, I'll take the intellectual L. I will just say shit. But you guys hear how confident I can talk, right? And how like off the top, if I just start making up sources and then just fucking like media training, whatever the fuck, just confidently changing the subject, would you ever be able to catch me? And if it goes to an hour and a half of content, would you ever? How many people are going to look back through it? You know what I mean? And by that time, I'm like, oh, I care. Whatever, I guess I got it wrong. You know, it's you can just obliterate people. So I just always find this shit trash. And this is just one of the reasons why it's irritating too. Because like, if you just did that, you wouldn't get stuck trying to find a tweet for 5 minutes. They would already have it. Like, I just sent you all of the evidence. You know what I mean? Ahead of time. Wrong. Vosh was born in 1994. I should know that too. He's my sister's age. Vosh is as old as my little sister. Tyler, he wants to be the horse. I know. Hey, this wasn't my incorrect fact. This was FD Signifier's correct fact. You can tell. I'm telling you, it was his stream. FD Signifier did it in a stream of his in August of 2022. I think it was August 13th, as a matter of fact. It's that easy.
Thank you.
Bear with me a sec.
Yeah, she deleted the tweet. It makes her look bad. She deleted it.
like every 3 seconds in this, dude, people delete shit. It's good. I deleted something. If it did make, like, you delete stuff. It's not a smoking gun. It's not even worth bringing up. It's so weird. It's the equivalent of Chud saying, like, well, she wears makeup. Like, yeah, okay. She wants, people want to look better. They put makeup on. It's not, when you bring it up like that, it just throws insinuations on top of stuff. It's just a bad faith, quite literally, thing to add to it. It's just literal well poisoning. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. I need to not do
Source?
3 hours next time.
I've been streaming for 4 hours.
One person deleted the tweet, apparently. My bad. I didn't know she deleted this tweet.
Fuck, when did that guy have? Goddamn.
The
You're
tweet
looking for
is...
the actual link. I have the screenshot here.
You have the screenshot? I was looking for the link to bring it up. I thought that would be better. So apologies. I have the quote. The quote is, too late, he did it, and unfollowed me. Just like Contra, the Serfs, Hunter, etc. All of them over pedo shit, normal and cool, not going to stop me from talking about it, right? And so I think... I'm
going to try to get back to that comment later, Luke, but I'd have to watch this for a couple seconds.
Obvious. It's
Well, why? If they were arguing about gun control and she said gun shit, it would be just indicating the topic. If
This is also why I don't like President Sunday that much. There's so much better responses to that. Like
if it was pedo shit, like
Wasn't
maybe there are a
pedo
bunch of
shit.
people who have an issue
Because
with her,
it wasn't pedo shit.
her going really overboard with the pedo hunting stuff, in which case you could generically refer to that as pedo shit. There's nothing in that language.
so
that
so
indicates on
actually
side
what
of the argument they're on.
actually what happened with the disagreement.
the actual fucking response to that is unironically, well, fucking Shu says dumb shit all the time. Like, is he okay? Like, what harm was done? Like, is Xanderhal like in pieces in the fucking California desert right now? Like, what happened? It's been 2 years and he's hyper fucking focused on it. I don't give a shit. Shu deleted the tweet. Like, he's the only one that fucking cares anymore. That's fucking weird for him. Like, that's the response. All right, boom. Light him up. Fuck your evidence. Your evidence is trash. Just pop it off.
In the primary part of the disagreement, the topic was not necessarily pedo shit. It was
Come on, that's a fake voice that guy's
mishandling
putting
of her
on.
platform
No, it
and a
is not.
mishandling
That's President
and a
Sunday's real
misunderstanding
voice.
of what her speech can lead to. Something which she's acknowledged.
I think the general thrust of the Balenciaga accusation was that Balenciaga was engaging in pedo shit itself, or something creepily sort of adjacent there too. And she was calling people like demon mom.
This is definitely something that President Sunday is messing up here. He gives his fucking opponent way too much credence in a world, which, by the way, which is why I said that stuff. Like, you can't even check this stuff. Why even give your fucking opponent the benefit of the doubt? Just tell them they don't remember it the right way. Because it's a subjective thing anyway. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. This seems like made up. I don't even, like, what is, the tweet doesn't even exist anymore. Like, who is fucking relitigating this shit? You know what I mean? Like, you're asking me to fucking talk about a book the library doesn't even have on the fucking shelf anymore. They don't care. I don't care. Why are you so hyper focused on this? You know, like, it just literally just turned it back on.
Specifically demon mom, I think. Useful idiots for the corporation while they were doing that.
Okay, so so you genuinely
Why can I
believe
not
that's
fucking find the thing? I want to.
it's deleted. No, I meant for you to bring it up.
About this.
I saw this before they talked.
Explain
like
that to me. Why
5
can you not
minutes.
believe that I was in all seriousness looking up a tweet? What does that even mean?
Place.
I had the link.
The overt hostility while trying to pretend to be like, I don't know. It just sounds like little kids to me. I mean, honestly, this guy looks like he's fucking 12 anyway. This is fucking Babby's first mustache. If you're under 18, kid, get off the fucking internet.
The link is dead because I had it
That took
sourced.
place a year ago, and you would be relying on a link to the actual thing and not just like a folder with screenshots. It seems like common sense.
I have a screenshot of the quote. Yes, I thought you would want a link.
Which
Link
I would
didn't
be,
work,
which
that's
I
all
would be
said.
cool about if you weren't being a dick about it.
Being a
Not
dick.
usually.
What? I told you to just be normal
Bit of a
towards
dick.
me. No, you got to be
being
degrading,
so
man. Come on,
pedantic.
chill.
Not being degrading. What?
Yeah, this kid is irritating as shit. Like, massive L on Xanderhal's part for trying to fucking astroturf this kid's career. He is irritating as fuck. And the most hilarious bad faith like type actor. He is doing the same argumentation. I didn't watch this on stream with you guys, but if you look up the video of Destiny and the OnlyFans chick arguing against the two Christian people about porn. This kid's entire debate tactics that fucking Xanderhal is super proud of are exactly the same as the dudes on that. If you listen to that, it's just constant fucking, charged language questions, answering every question with a question type shit. Phrasing every fucking insinuation as a question, which forces people to answer, or if they don't want to, then like, oh, why can't you answer that shit? It's just rat shit. I would just tell this motherfucker, like, literally, I'm not playing 40 questions with you, and this isn't an interrogation, all right? Like, what are you, a fucking cop? Speak in sentences, you fucking 8-year-old. Like, why do you keep asking me questions? Do you not know shit? Like, you just have to jump on him like that.
I've heard backpedaling like this before. Let's move on. Come on, man.
The guy sounds like Desmond from
you're backpedaling? What am I back? I didn't say anything.
I think it's rather weird that you wouldn't.
I'm just trying to put the thing on the screen here. It's just fighting.
Okay, put it on.
Where did I put it?
Come on, man.
Give me a sec.
Like, this kid's fucking way too hype, man. You can just hear the vibe is just way too intense.
So stupid. Sorry, it's underneath my
Ethan's
Discord
good at
chat.
getting
That's why
people
it's not
mad.
showing up.
Ethan's really good at getting people mad.
Yeah, because he's fucking irritating as shit, Xanderhall. He's like the kid.
Happen.
It's
What?
He's built like he is built like like there's a mold just churning out generic Xbox Live kids. Paching, 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 paching. It's like a little fucking you know that old Looney Tune. Bum bum bam 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 bam, and it's fucking the machines. It just makes this kid, and then he goes to the left, and he goes, and he's got a headset on, and then he goes, and then he's playing Minecraft. a little fucking like wiggly thing, and it goes into his ear, and it just says slurs on the side. If this kid had this entire argument like fucking Kuno from Disco Elysium, I would be so much more impressed by him. Fight President fucking Sunday! Get fucked, pig!
I've seen this man make people cry on VR chat so many times.
Oh, what's going on here?
President Sunday might actually cry.
Oh, that's such a weird thing to get excited about.
And then.
Yeah, like,
Center
you got it's literally two little, you're doing Xbox Live bullying with a kid that sounds like it's easy to bully, you know? Hold on, I'm just trying to find my thing here. Like, hey everybody, we're gonna get together and bully Mitch McConnell kid after school. You guys want to? Oh, I'm in. We're gonna call him and ask him questions and get him flustered. The fuck is the victory here?
Different Ethan from my friend who's on screen right now.
What the hell?
Straight out the Debate Bro factory. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
How is
now
he
it's
so
on
bad at
screen.
streaming?
Okay, cool. So,
Boom.
to come back to it, she says the relevant parts are all over pedo shit, normal and cool. Not going to stop me from talking about it. Why do you think? So I think it's pretty normal in most disagreements to like unfollow someone if it's pretty bad, right? And like, why do you think she wrote normal and cool there? Like, what does normal and cool add to that tweet right after following that it was over pedo shit? Do you think there was no intent behind those words?
Oh no.
Rat question. Who gives a shit? I don't know. What the fuck? Why don't you ask her, motherfucker? Why the fuck do you think she wrote it?
Well, it makes them sound like it was a ridiculous thing to
President Sunday.
unfollow her over.
Yeah? Why?
Like, obviously, she doesn't mean normal and cool. She means the opposite, abnormal and not cool.
Why is it ridiculous?
Okay, so you think
that doesn't give you carte blanche to interpret all of this was over pedo shit as contra the serfs.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. All I needed was that we were on the same page. That it was implying that it was kind of weird, right? Weird that they wouldn't follow her over this topic, right? So
shout out to this kid for fucking not like dipping into his natural. Actually, he's got the actually voice.
Established that in this tweet, she believes that their behaviors were cool. Okay. So moving on, she then says, not going to stop me from talking about it. So I think that it's obvious that everyone wanted her to stop talking about it irresponsibly, but why is she framing it as if she's being told to stop talking about pedo shit when she's being told to be responsible with her platform, something she's admitted
One thing you want to do on this guy is like, hey, dude, am I fucking talking to fucking Haas right now? Is this fucking infrared? Can you back off your fucking mic a few inches? Jesus Christ, man. God
needs to do before. Like, how can you sit here and tell
Screaming
me
in my
that
fucking ear.
I think she probably interpreted like the unfollows as being some kind of social pressure to not talk about. I don't know.
But here's the thing also too, and I'm gonna I don't even care to listen to any more of this. Really, I'll get to the hate raids and then Sunday attack. I'll try to figure out some of this shit because this is more interesting to me. But like, this is not a conversation that you can have in a hostile way about anything. Like, if you think about it, like, is there any nice or bad tweet that you've ever put out? Like, imagine you put it out and then having two strangers, literal strangers who don't know you personally, President Sunday and Xanderhal's friend, like, try to piece up like exactly what you meant by the tweet. There are for professional people like Shakespeare, right? Marcus Aurelius, who have actual high-level writings. There are books and books and books and books from philosophers about what exactly they were trying to articulate in a particular moment, because it's so fucking difficult to figure out that it becomes like this deep fascination for trying to get into the mindset of a specific individual. And like I've said before, Shoe Head's a fucking moron. So there's really not much to dig through. But in general, you can't ever know. You're asking pointless questions, and in a way that is not in like the spirit of deeper knowledge. It's just in Dunktown. Like, I just can't even fucking take you seriously for bringing these things up. President Sunday should just go on the offensive here, unironic, and just be like, "Kid, you're fucking stupid. What the fuck are you talking about? We're talking about fucking tweets. What does this have to do with anything? Like, can we get past this stupid shit? I don't give a fuck. It was a tweet from 2 years ago. What are you, the fucking FBI? Trying to figure out where the bodies are buried? No, it's not that important. Then shut the fuck up, kid. Who the fuck knows? How would you ever fucking get to the bottom of it? Tell me, instead of asking me 1,000 fucking questions, why don't you just tell me what you assume and we can go from there? Because I'm not gonna fucking gratify this dipshit fucking series of questions that you're trying to do, because I'm not 12. All right, and you're not my mom trying to find out if I've hidden a report card in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, just bypass this entire dog shit fucking interlocutor.
You don't interlocutor to be.
But yeah, what is the hate rate?
So you believe that just because it's talking about Patricia doesn't give the people the right to, but people are going to regardless. Like, she knows this. She always talked about this all the time, that people are going to misinterpret her words, right? So if she's aware of this, why does she not rectify that? That's what I asked, though. Why does she not?
No way to find out.
Go back and clarify that no, it wasn't because it's like Zan's a pedophile, when he's being like rained down with insults about this.
Who cares? I didn't do it. Fuck, I don't know. Do you know all the people? Who are the people? Who are you talking to? What is the evidence that you have? You know what I mean?
Like,
why are you asking me questions? Do you not know?
People believe he's a. You don't.
Why is it anyone else's? Why is it anyone else's problem if Xanderhal is insulted?
So it's not his responsibility to make sure his audience
fucking
doesn't insult him by calling him a pedophile. Like, it is her problem.
How does she know it's her audience?
Well, here's a question for you.
You know what I mean? Like, those are easy questions to fucking to dip on.
Do you think?
What does that mean for?
Wait. There's no way. There's no way.
What does that mean? What does that mean for them to be her audience? Does that mean
that means they're
okay, Sunday? Okay.
I was asking a clarifying question to follow that.
Okay.
Does that mean that they were directed by watching?
At least you can punch fucking Kuno. What you gonna do, pig? You're gonna fucking punch the Kuno?
From a third party who was directed by that?
Yeah.
And if that is
get him,
the case,
Kuno.
how have you established?
Shut the fuck up, Kuno.
Established that history between the people who are leveraging the insults and Shu's video. How have you determined this?
Am I? Hold on.
I think that was a simple question.
Yes.
Yeah. He asked him. So now this kid's fucking stuck because all of his fucking argumentation is just a series of fucking leading questions. He's a genius. You know what I mean? So now, like, you got to fucking just answer something that you haven't already, like, you've already presupposed a conclusion, and all you're trying to do when you're asking questions like that is re-arrive at it by nitpicking specific little bits of information and essentializing people's conduct into specific sectors. When I was talking about the Destiny and the OnlyFans things, what the guy on that side of the table, the Christian dude, was trying to do is consistently ask leading ethical vibe, morality-based questions. They sound exactly the same like this. an example would be like, so what you're trying to say is if I'm summing up your point, is that you don't care if abortions happen, like, or like, what I'm to gather from this is that you don't care about the moral implications of people cheating, and so it's like you're putting the onus of saying something on me while never actually saying some shit on your own. You just force people to fucking say, like, I'm not answering a fucking... Don't ask me questions, dipshit. Say something. That's a statement that you put a question mark at the end of, motherfucker. Just, if you want to... Call me a fucking slur, all right? Like, just get to the fucking business, all right? Is this an interview? All right, I'm not going to work for you. Why the fuck do you keep asking me questions? Just flip it back on people. And then you're going to get to this, because this kid's fucking gumsmacked now.
Yes, it is a simple question. I'm quite surprised by such a simple question, because I don't think it's much of a stretch to assume that a person who follows Shu, plenty of people who follow Shu after this have come in.
They follow Shu? Hang on.
Look, he's dodging.
Twitter.com, the website where all of your followers are public.
Dodging. This is embarrassing.
I'm not sure what you're getting at here. So,
like,
why is it a stretch to assume that they are her audience?
Had to get back to a question. Spike the fucking headphones. Tell me I'm not 100% right. Tell me I'm not 100% fucking right,
dude. And led to behave in that way because
there are no new people.
Words.
It's perfectly possible, but it's speculation at that point.
Is that really speculation?
No, you're confused.
Is that really speculation? I'm surprised that there's over and over and over again. This kid, fucking Jesus.
Confused.
Xanderhal, if you end up, because you're not feeling L for putting this kid on screen. L kid. L for being on screen. All right, you got to finish up whatever high school debate class maybe that you even took. I'm giving you too much credit. I know that you maybe made a few people log off on like in a DGG server in like some sort of like politics general, or they blocked you. That's not a win. You're just fucking irritating, man. People just don't want to hear from you. This is an irritating line of questioning. I would never watch your content. If you do this, I'm good. I'm good forever. The only people who are ever going to want to hear you argue like this are people who already agree with you, right? And almost no one else that is going to want to jump in because it's fucking irritating as shit. And you're going to get fucking stomped because this has an extreme limit to it, which I saw you get hit. You got fucking gummed up by President fucking Sunday. All you had to do was ask one question back to you. Oh, shit, fuck. Gotta start asking questions again. Someone goes on the attack against you that has, like, a little bit of fucking moxie. You're obliterated, man. You're obliterated in the water. You gotta fix that whole fucking thing. Xanderhal L for this platforming.
He's down to trying to claim those people weren't Shu fans.
Is not that somebody somewhere could have.
This may come to some viewers as shocking, but I think everyone involved in this BreadTube debate Balenciaga Twitter drama should be sent to the oubliette right now.
Yes, because she did not.
I don't think it should be that bad, but I think it should just be. I think it should just be like you just got to wear the Scold's brittle for a day, you know. There's got to be some funny medieval punishment. You just have to walk like it's one of the ones where it's like they tape a horn to your mouth, so every time you talk, it sounds like wah, 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 wah. Because that would be the biggest punishment for any of the people in here.
What you need to establish is that there is such a connection that she has a warrant to go out of her way to stop that. Because unfortunately, he's actually not responsible for people taking a message that isn't there and using that to attack other people. That's not on her. So unless you can establish that, that took place, and you can establish it in such a way as you can make it evident to her, she doesn't have an obligation to do that.
President Sunday is like 100% right here.
So firstly, you can establish that like plenty of her fans are doing this because Xander, if you're watching this right now, please DM me and correct me.
It doesn't matter.
Terrible response.
It doesn't matter if her fans are doing this.
It doesn't. Seriously?
If it hasn't been established, it's an unknown.
It doesn't matter if you have an audience of people who are going out of their way to call someone a pedophile. Hold on. If it
hasn't been established, it's an unknown.
Listen to me. Hold on.
Yeah. So like, I can skip to the end of this. it's confirming everything I said. This kid's a fucking dipshit. He is literally just trying to essentialize. Like I said, he's trying to essentialize. He's locking on to any one minor specific word and trying to jump on it, which, you know, I guess can work, you know, if you're trying to fucking like piss people off or something like that. Don't ever fucking have an argument like this with someone that you love or care about, because you will fucking drive them out of your life. They will come to hate you. This is just irritating. Like, it's just, this is a fucking YouTube commenter given access to people that are unironically his betters. There's a lot of things I could probably debate President Sunday on, but first off, like I said, if I ever do, I don't know what I would actually debate you on specifically, President Sunday. I'm making fun of you if you end up popping through here, I know, but I assure anyone I will return the energy you give at the rate you give it, so you don't have to worry about me being a fucking dick off rip and making fun of your fucking dick or something like that. I will actually have the conversation with you to the extent where I find you being wormy. But like, this entire thing, right? Like, I have a lot more respect for fucking President Sunday of all people than this kid, because President Sunday's even fucking considered the shit. This kid is literally just trying to do the same stuff that all right wingers try to do when they have like pro Jesus arguments. So you admit it. So you admit it. So you admit it. You know what I mean? Where you gotta watch out the highly specific like nuances and subtleties of words, because like if you drop a synonym or a homonym, you know what I mean, that can be slightly mistaken, they void their entire bowels, just blow shit right through the back of their fucking pants and start screaming, "So you agree with me? So you agree with me? So you agree with me?" Like every one of those fucking arguments you've ever heard, you're like, wow, this person's really fucking irritating. That's this kid, his argument methodology. It's fucking irritating as shit. Kid, you're fucking irritating. I'm sorry. That's inexcusable. Xanderhal, you should know when he said it. He makes people cry in VR chat. First off, that's the lamest shit you could say. I know you appeal to a lot of younger people, but like, motherfucker, life ain't fucking Minecraft, man. You gotta hop off the Discord, like making somebody cry. Are we not supposed to be trying to get more money for fucking people? When are we gonna get to that? You know, at a certain point, like policing other people and their conduct, it has to happen. You have to do internal policing of your own movement, which is what I'm getting at to a degree. And I do talk about other stuff, but like, motherfucker, this kind of behavior, this sort of shit needs to go. I think I have spent a little bit too long on it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Does he have friends? Because like a lot of the people in chat who get mad about this, it kind of like shows to me they don't have any friends that would like argue with the retard for them. For like,
I don't want that. I don't ever want that. Ever. Period. I fight my own fights. That's my thing. I have a lot of friends, and I will not let them get hit on my behalf. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expose. I wouldn't like. I have names in my head of the people who I'm very close to. I wouldn't want any of them talking to this fucking kid on my behalf, right? I barely even would want to talk to him on my own. Why would I fucking waste your time? Fucking get into a fucking little kid argument
like,
with some
as
dipshit.
Like a fun thing. I don't know.
That's a terrible point, man.
I'm taken back genuinely. Like there was a moment.
Like at a certain point, you don't want friends, you want soldiers. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's that whole mentality. You just, the guy's like, oh, dude, I don't want anybody in my camp that's not willing to go fucking beat someone's ass for me. That's the only elevation. Also, by the way, Xanderhal, I don't know if you know that you just said this out loud to whoever is fucking listening your shit. Parasocial me, I appreciate people that will go out and fight on my behalf, is literally what you just said. That's what you just said. I appreciate my friends, the people I like, they go out and get into fucking arguments on the internet for me. That's what you just said. That's what you started. Doesn't matter how good they are. You didn't say I like having friends that win arguments. You didn't say I like having friends that like do this, that. You said I like them going out and having arguments. No matter what. All right? That carte blanche, you just signed off on it. You just signed the fuck off on it. Everyone, they're all going to go out there. If I see any of them in my chat or in my comments, I know you sent them. You know what I mean? Because even if you didn't, you did. You just turned on a fucking landmine. You know what I mean? It's like saying like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I didn't throw the landmine at them. I just armed it and left it in the ground where somebody would reasonably step on it. Maybe they just shouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have just said something about me. That's what you did. And it's clear that it's getting back into the same thing again and again and again. And this is just bad. This is just a bad look for all of us.
Like and subscribe.